And this idea that we're going to let, higher ed kind of police themselves, I think most Americans would say that's absolutely a joke. We saw where Columbia and Harvard and all these folks, they weren't doing anything, while Jewish students were absolutely afraid to go out of their dorms and onto these campuses. It's been clear that these schools cannot police themselves. So don't think that this is the first time that we're removing students out of the U.S. It's certainly not. Obviously, these are higher profile cases, so they're garnering a lot more attention.
Richard Haass, is there a question of these campuses being able to do this?
Look, after October 7, 2023, I think we saw on many campuses, including Columbia, that the universities were not handling it right. And the interests and rights and safety of Jewish students and other students, for that matter, was compromised. Since then, there's been an awful lot of learning and an awful lot of reform on campuses. The question that where the line to be drawn, at what point does anti-Zionism become anti-Semitism? That's a big conversation. And it's not necessarily one I think the Secretary of State ought to be spending his time working on. Again, that I think is for campuses, and it's really a larger conversation in this country about what is legitimate criticism of Israel and where does criticism of Israel cross the line and it becomes illegitimate.